Now, my next guest is one of the most successful singers of the last 30 years. She's won 4 Grammy Awards, sold more than 70 million albums. She's even been nominated for an Oscar. She's the pride of County Donegal.
May it be a journey on to light every day. I just
Please welcome Enya. Thank you so much for coming. It's such a rare treat to get to talk to you. I haven't listened to your music for all these years because it started off with Clanad, but you very quickly went your own way and you stuck with a sound which is so recognisable. What was the sort of catalyst that made you break away?
It's to do with 2 people I work with, which is the manager Nicky Ryan and his wife Roma Ryan, and we got to talk about a lot of music that we wanted to experiment with. And one of the ideas that Nicky had was to use my voice, because he knew I had a great love of harmony, to use it as an instrument, not just as lead vocal.
Yeah.
So hence we got together to work on the first album, which was Watermark.
It's very interesting, because I mean, Glenn Miller, for instance, developed his unique sound by using more saxophones, and they said, that's a weird sound, and that became his sound. You have stuck with your sound. So was there a moment where, all right, you use it as an instrument, your voice, which the voice is, but the moment when you kind of found your sound, can you pinpoint one moment where it was, oh my goodness, that's it?
I think it's to do with, yes, there was a moment, and it was actually working prior to the album Watermark. I was working with the BBC on a project called The Celts, and they wanted kind of very much a modern day Celtic kind of music, which would take us from the past Celtic music as we knew to modern, you know, futuristic Celtic music, and that made you think, you know, what should it sound like, and
how would it sound today if it was still?
Yeah. So this is where we started to experiment with the music as well. The music I sing in, I think it's known, I sing in quite a few languages as well, and that's because the melodies that I write, sometimes English doesn't suit.
Oh, it's a bit like Carl Jenkins, because Carl writes these lyrics which don't mean anything, because he's interested in the sounds.
He's interested
so
yes, it's trying to get the music across to the listener. Sometimes English can be...
Get in the way.
Yes, it can.
It's the same with opera. I don't like opera, sung in English. You want it in a foreign language you can't understand, because then you kind of get through it to something else.
Yes, so.
When you're writing for, you know, the Oscar nominations and stuff like that, when you're writing to order, as it were, for a film that you know is big, is that an additional pressure on you, or is it a thrill?
It's a very different way to work, but I have worked with soundtrack prior to working with solo albums, so it's a case of having the visual inspiration before you, and to work with great directors like Martin Scorsese's Peter Weir, Peter Jackson for Lord of the Rings. It's so inspiring. It's so inspiring.
But
so
a bit
it's very,
scary
very different.
too, presumably.
Well, I have to say that I have a great love of music, and I'm very passionate about music, and I never think of that aspect of it. That I like the challenge. I like to sort of set challenges.
You found your own voice. Has it been difficult to stick with it through thick and thin? You know, you are, you know, as a musician, you've got huge gazillions of fans. But, you know, your music won't appeal to all tastes. It seems to me you've been very brave, because you said, no, this is what I sing. If you don't like it, it's fine. Has that been quite tough, or...?
No, because there was a wonderful sort of... when I signed with the record company, myself, Nick and Roma, one of the reasons to sign with the record company was that there was no interference with the music whatsoever, and that we could continue to experiment was really important to us. So in that regard, to me, each album is like its own little story of that time.
It also must take some time, because you come to us with a new album, and then we have these blooming long gaps on you, where nothing happens, and we think, is she still alive? She's still,
Yes,
so you've
yes.
clearly taken a long time getting it right. What's going on in those big gaps that we don't see you in?
Yes, I am known for, between each album, there's about 2 to 3 years. And this is to do with the fact of wanting the end result to be exactly what you want. So it's something that I love.
Does
It's
that
being
mean-
in the studio and just, there is no distractions of the listeners, of the success. It's just you focus just on the music, and I just love that part of it. But then it's lovely to finish the music and then talk about the music, travel and perform the music.
Are you hard to work with? Does it make you a difficult taskmaster? Are you picky?
Well, I would be the perfectionist.
You won't settle out. It was just generally coming through. We're going to hear a bit from the new album later. Just tell us a little bit about the new album.
I had originally thought of working on a Christmas album, but because, you know, working in the studio, things do change for us, and that's what I enjoy. So a winter theme began to evolve, so we decided to infuse the winter theme with the Christmas sort of theme.
Never could an album have been more timely then. It comes out and it snows at the perfect time.
And winter came.
And winter came. Bless you, that's what it's called. We're lovely to talk to you all. We'll be back later, because Enya will be back to perform a track from a new album. For now, my thanks to Enya. Thank you very much.
Thank you.